Hey, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on, man? It's your boy Jay Howard, aka the official Georgia boy, and we're here with another episode of Fan of Atlanta 365, man. If you listening right now, hey, let me know if you can hear me because I had technical difficulties when I went live last time. So please give me a thumbs up or something. Let me know you can hear me. I give it a few minutes, to see what happens. Okay. All right, so we got the thumbs up, man. Hey, welcome to the Fan of Atlanta 365, man. It's your boy Jay Howard, aka the official Georgia boy. Hey, we here with another episode. Before I get started, man, shout out to Jay, man. Thanks for supporting me, nephew. Thank you for joining the live last time, man. Saturday, we had a good show, so hopefully you'll come back, join us again. But hey, before we get started, man, don't forget to tell your mama, tell your daddy, tell your sister, tell your brother, tell your dog, tell your cat, tell your snake, tell your rat, and throw in your pet turtle if you have one, man. It's your boy Jay Howard, aka the official Georgia boy, and we here with another episode of Fan of Atlanta 365. So we got a lot we got to talk about tonight, man. As you guys know, the Atlanta Falcons and the New York Jets battled it out in London, and we came out victorious. So we're gonna talk about the game. Give you guys my post-game analysis. And I got a few questions that I may need to ask you guys, see what you guys think about this. So let's go ahead and get to the first topic of discussion. Where we at? Matt Ryan proves his critics wrong again. Whew. So, as you all know, being an Atlanta Falcon fan, it's split. You have fans that don't like Matt Ryan and fans like myself that love Matt Ryan. That thinks he's the greatest quarterback in franchise history. Also, he's a sure Hall of Famer in my opinion. And also, he have given me the best years of my life as a Falcon fan. And if you're a Falcon fan, he have given you the best quarterback play of your life. If you're a fan. So Matt Ryan once again goes out there yesterday and he does his thing, like he been doing pretty much the whole season. It went, and we also got to see when Matt Ryan gets protection, we see what happens. Even when he don't have his number one receiver, his number two receiver, he makes something out of nothing. And that's what he did yesterday. He don't need a star receiver. He just needs some guys that can get open and catch the ball, and he's going to put it on the spot. So Matt Ryan once again proves his critics wrong. Let's look at some of these stats. Matt Ryan went for 33 for 45. Pretty much a great day. 342 passing yards, almost 400. What's up, Daddy baby? You want to join the live? Because you ain't came up. But yeah, 342 yards, 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Yeah, he want to be a part of the video. Hey, welcome. Say hey to the people. Say hey to the people. This is Georgia Boy Jr., man. He in the making. We getting him ready. But yeah, so Matt Ryan goes out there, prove his critics wrong once again with 342 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Last game, threw 4 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. This game, 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Was slinging the ball all over the field, got everybody involved. I mean, what else could you ask from Matt Ryan? So once again, his critics, we got to ask you a question. Like, how you feel about Matt Ryan? Do you think that Matt Ryan should be traded? Do you think we need to get rid of Matt Ryan? Because it seems like Matt Ryan going out there every week doing this thing. So critics, please get at me. Let's move on to the next topic of discussion. I want to talk about the Kyle Pitts proving once again why he was drafted number 4 overall. Just another day in the office for Kyle Pitts. An opportunity presented itself for him to go out there and prove that he wasn't drafted to be a tight end like I've been saying the whole time. He goes out there and put up 119 receiving yards. Got his first touchdown of the year, man. I'm so proud, so happy for Kyle Pitts to go out there and do his thing. On the biggest stage in London, he went out there and showed, hey, this is why you drafted me in number 4 overall. A lot of critics were saying, man, we should have got this person. We should have got Justin Fields. We should have got a defensive player. We should have got an offensive lineman. We should have got Michael Parsons. At the end of the day, man, we got the best pick for the Atlanta Falcons. I feel like Kyle Pitts was brought in here because they already knew Julio Jones was out of the door. He had one foot in, one foot out. Calvin Ridley, I don't think he's the number 1 receiver. So they brought in Kyle Pitts, and we're going to get to Calvin Ridley a little later. But they brought in Kyle Pitts to eventually be that wide receiver that we need on the outside. So, in my opinion, Kyle Pitts was the best pick at the number 4 overall. And yesterday he went out there and showed you what he's capable of doing. Even though he's been showing you little in spurts, this whole season, he's been making clutch passes. I mean, it's like when you throw him the ball, when you give him an opportunity, he goes out there and he delivers. So at the end of the day, Kyle Pitts go out there, do his thing in London, 119 receiving yards, 1 touchdown, got his first touchdown. So, hey, shout out to Kyle Pitts, man. Next, we're going to move on to the next topic. Corradelle Patterson shows why he's the team MVP once again. He goes out there and plays like the team MVP again. So, let me get this off the screen so you guys can see me. Corradelle Patterson plays like an MVP again. 54 rushing yards, pretty much, a solid day, along with 60 receiving yards. Now, no touchdowns, but he made some key catches, key runs that launched us into victory. He did suffer an injury before. He was almost like in concussion protocol, but he was able to get back in the game, and we saw what happened, man. He's a key player for this team, and he's been showing that since day one. To me, right now, he's the MVP of the team. If you want to, you can also make a case for Matt Ryan doing his thing. But right now, CP, 84, number 84, looking like Ryder White out there, man. He's going out there just doing it all. So shout out to Corradelle Patterson, giving us another solid game yesterday to help us beat the New York Jets on the biggest stage in London. So let's go on to the next topic of discussion. I want to talk about the offensive line dominator. Yesterday, we said it in our keys to the dub. We got to slow down Quentin Williams. He's a beast on that defensive line. The Jets has a good defensive line, and the offensive line was able to stop the New York Jets from even touching Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan didn't even get touched yesterday. He had a clean jersey, 0 sacks, man. He didn't hit the ground. What's up? Oh, okay, but yeah, Matt Ryan, no sacks. Offensive line every week has been gradually improving. It looks like Jalen Mayfield, he's up for the challenge, man. He got embarrassed the first week, but then what he do the next week and all the way into now, he goes out there and he shows improvement. And that's what I want to see as an Atlanta Falcon fan. I don't care. Did you win or did you lose? It's not just based off wins and losses. It's based on we're trying to build a new culture in Atlanta. Arthur Smith is trying to build a new culture. And to see these guys actually buying into that new culture and improving every week speaks volumes to me. Yes, I would love to win, but at the same time, in order to build something, you have to be willing to take the losses that come with that. But we've been able to, get a couple of wins. Now, we did lose last week, which was a big loss for us, and I wish we could have won that game. But at the same time, we got to see that offensive line. We got to see that offense doing their thing. It was the defense that cost us that game. But the offense definitely delivered, and the offensive line has been doing great every week, going against some top talent. Even the Washington football team, we already know what kind of defensive line they have, and Matt Ryan was only sacked 1 time. Against the Bucs, now, we kind of gave up a few things, but at the same time, you saw the gradual improvement. And so the offensive line, man, y'all did an awesome job, man. Shout out to y'all, and that helped us win that game yesterday. Next topic of discussion. Let's get to this defense. So the defense did exactly what I said we needed to do in my keys to the dub. I said we got to make those key stops. We got to take those. We got to take advantage of those opportunities when they present themselves, and that's what the defense did yesterday. They had a bend but not break mentality yesterday. We got to the quarterback twice. We got our first pick of the season. And the defense did an awesome job of stopping the run, containing Zach Wilson, which was one of my keys to the dub. Zach Wilson, he got a few runs. He was able to improvise a few times, but we was able to contain him from taking over the game with his legs and force him to use his arm. And I think the Falcons, when you look at this game, the score doesn't dictate what actually happened. I feel like the Falcons dominated the New York Jets in all phases of the game. It was if it wasn't for a pass interference call that helped the New York Jets get into the end zone one time. Let me see what else happened. That big return that they had, on the kick return. If it wasn't for those plays, the New York Jets really wouldn't have, that game would have never been as close as it was. And I feel like the Atlanta Falcons dominated that whole game from a defensive standpoint, from an offensive standpoint, and even like a special teams outside of that one big return. But then also you got to look at Mike Davis fumbled. Hayden Hurst almost fumbled. So there was some times where we kind of almost gave up the game. But in reality, the Falcons really dominated that game. But the defense made those key stops, and that's what helped us win that game yesterday. So let's get to the next topic of discussion, which is a big question that I have for you guys. And that's, should the Atlanta Falcons look to trade Calvin Ridley? So as you all know, Calvin Ridley is suffering with some kind of personal issues. We don't know what those issues are. We don't know if it was a death in the family. I feel like if it was a death in the family, whatever like that, they would have said something like that. But in my opinion, just like a couple of other content creators that I follow, I think it was mainly due to him just not being able to deal with the criticism that came his way for the past few games. He haven't shown that he's a number one receiver. It seems like he's afraid of contact, and he's been dropping a lot of balls. And I think that pressure kind of got to him. And I feel like that's why he didn't make it to London. But we don't know the real story. I'm pretty sure one day we'll find out. But right now, that's just my opinion. If it's wrong, it's wrong. But right now, that's just how I feel. So the question still remains: should the Atlanta Falcons look to trade Calvin Ridley? In my opinion, I feel like we should. Whether it's for some draft picks or whether it's for some key pieces to help this team out, I think we need to focus on some draft picks and also look at Calvin Ridley. What can he contribute? Hey, hold on one minute there. Where does he contribute into this team? It looks like we able to play without him. Now, although we only played the New York Jets yesterday, it's not a good team. I would love to see us play against a good team and see what we can do without Cal Pitts, or if we play against a good team and Cal Pitts, Calvin really go out there and do his thing. That's a question we can kind of like save for another time. But right now, my question is: should the Atlanta Falcons look to shop Calvin Ridley around somewhere else? Mo Sets 3. He said yes, sir. I think he's saying yes, sir. Are you saying yes, sir, to the question? Should we look to trade Calvin Ridley, or are you just saying you agree with some of the things I'm saying? Please let me know in the comment box. Let me see if we have any comments on Facebook. None as of right now. So yeah. So my opinion, I feel like we should shop Calvin Ridley around. I stated before, Calvin Ridley doesn't fit this system. We have a more horizontal type scheme. We like to use our tight ends. We like to use our running backs, and we need receivers that can catch the short routes and make short routes into big routes, and also take contact. Calvin Ridley, in my opinion, does not fit that scheme. He prefers to try to run horizontal. He likes to run away from contact. We need someone who can make those physical plays. Morstead says he agreed with some of the things. Okay, yes, thank you. I really appreciate that, man. Yes, but I definitely think we should look to trade Calvin Ridley. I know right now it's not the popular opinion because a lot of people feel like because we lost Julio Jones, Calvin Ridley is the best thing we have at the receiving position. But I believe that Cal Pitts was drafted to be the number one receiver. Now, if we do hold on to Calvin Ridley, I wouldn't oppose to that because Calvin Ridley, I feel like if Kyle Pitts is the #1 receiver and you allow Calvin Ridley to continue to be that #2 guy, or that 1A and 1B guy, so he don't feel like well, I'm pretty much getting a demotion. Then I think that we should keep Calvin Ridley just to help out Kyle Pitts. But I definitely think we can replace a Calvin Ridley in the draft, or maybe another big time receiver can come our way during the offseason. You also have Corradelle Patterson, who can play receiver as well. In my opinion, he looks like he's better than Calvin Ridley, in my opinion. So I think, trading Calvin Ridley for a draft pick or maybe another solid player for this team, I think would do us great in the future. He said, but I think he just needs time. Yeah, Calvin Ridley, I can understand that. Calvin Ridley, he haven't been able to prove it yet. And also, we got to remember, these players are in a new scheme. They've never been in this scheme before. So we also have to take into account of that, which I really appreciate your thoughts on that. But at the same time, Calvin Ridley has to get better. He has to improve. If you're going to be the #1 receiver, that means you got to be able to do a lot of things. And that's not just, being able to make the explosive plays. You have to be willing to take the sacrifice sometimes. Put your body on the line sometimes. Open up something for other players to get involved. You have to get open. You can't be dropping, wide open passes. We need you to convert some of those drops. So in my opinion, right now, based on what I saw yesterday, yes, I think the Falcons should shop around Calvin Ridley just to see what offers are out there. But if we can get a great offer, I feel like, hey, let's let Calvin Ridley go ahead and go by his way. Next year he's going to be this upcoming offseason, he's going to be looking for a new contract, and I just don't feel like he's worthy of a big contract. Based on what he's been able to show me thus far in this Arthur Smith system. As long as we had Julio Jones, he was able to get into the end zone, get open, because coverage was shift to Julio Jones. He was able to take advantage of those one-on-one matchups. But when you become the #1 receiver, your route options change, coverage is shifted your way, and the attention is on you. He haven't been able to prove to me that he can be that guy yet in this new system. So the Falcons, right now, I feel like Kyle Pitts had a game of the century last game. He showed that he can probably be that receiver that can move all over the field. He can be in the slot. He can be on the outside. He can play tight end. He can do it all, it seems like. And I feel like if we give him more opportunities, he's going to continue to show that, yeah, I could be the #1 receiver. Because like I said before, we did not draft Kyle Pitts at #4 overall to be no tight end. You don't get no tight end at #4 overall. I don't care if it's Tony Gonzalez, Rob Gronkowski, whoever it is, Travis Kelce, whoever it is, you don't draft them at number 4 overall to be a tight end. They're gonna need to do something special that helps this team, that helps your team win Super Bowls. And I just don't feel like Kyle Pitts was drafted to be a tight end. So that's just my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think about that question. Should the Atlanta Falcons look to trade Calvin Ridley before the trade deadline, which I believe is week 9? So, let me know you guys' thought. Put it in the comment box. Let me know, man. I'm really interested in finding out what you guys think. But right now, that's my thoughts on the game. Overall, I feel like the Atlanta Falcons played a great game. I saw good play calling, both on the defense and the offensive side of the ball. We was taking advantage of opportunities that was presented to us. Matt Ryan was spreading around the ball. The offensive line, like I said, they dominated. Nobody touched Matt Ryan yesterday, and that's a good thing. And like I said, Kyle Pitts, he showed why he's the #4 pick overall and why he's the perfect player for this Atlanta Falcons team, man. So, hey, don't forget, man, to support the channel, FanOfATlanta 365. Subscribe, like, share, comment if you got something to say, because your boy always coming back. Don't forget to check out the J&B Talk of the Dirty South show every Saturday. Me and my boy BB Bush going in every Saturday, man. Don't forget to tell your mama, tell your daddy, tell your sister, tell your brother, tell your dog, tell your cat, tell your snake, tell your rat, and throw in your pet turtle if you have one, man. It's been another episode of FanOfATlanta 365. It's your boy Jay Howard, aka the official Georgia boy. Hey, man, I'll see y'all in the next video, man.